And my sister came in, Brazine, and was like, I seen this video on
Was this the
TikTok.
shoebox?
The shoebox.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, it could work. And I went out,
I
and
seen
it
that
did
the
work.
other day. I seen that the other
What
day.
is it?
You put the laptop into the shoebox, and then you sit there, and the sun doesn't affect the screen.
But obviously because it's inside a shoebox.
Yeah, of course. Which I didn't. How was
you,
it?
you can take a microwave out, and if your laptop fit in the microwave.
Lad, but are you going to put your laptop in a microwave? Like,
any box, why not have a shoebox?
but lad, how did you think about this idea before you seen the
But lad,
shoebox?
it doesn't matter if you took that. Like it could be
So
anything.
lad, before you knew this
Covers
idea,
the sun,
before
like.
you
Am I introducing us? Yeah.
Yeah, go on ahead.
Welcome back to Here's the Craic. We're back with 2 degrees. It's been what? How long now?
6.5 months.
Well, it's
You keep it count.
301 days.
Every day.
96 days or something like that.
Is it actually now?
5 hours. Oh, you
November.
were on not that long ago.
No, it was
Like,
November. Definitely.
I've seen. I think it was November time, wasn't it?
because you said at the time you were working towards the EP, and now
The EP's out.
the EP's here.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
You know, see in November though, it actually hadn't really started.
That
writing
was.
it. That was like there was the pilot songs been written. They didn't make it. Like January was when like the songs started. The ones that made it started being written. Like.
Remember we made a video and it was like 180 days to the next EP and real dramatic and all.
And our line announced was lower lockdown.
And then couldn't meet up with Ross or anything, so.
We were planning to go on the 1st of January and all, and then didn't. When did we go to Ross? It was the end of February.
End of February, aye.
It was a hectic few months like.
And how long does it take to like write the songs and all that? Because like you hear like proper, you know, like famous songwriters are like, oh yeah, like we wrote that song in like half an hour, and you're like, and it's
That's
like
probably the
number
thing is,
one. Like.
You would write songs or whatever songs, but it's the process of actually selecting which songs are the
That's
best
the
or
hardest
which ones
part.
go the best. You know?
Yeah.
That was a good feeling though, wasn't it?
What?
When we were like hitting it all on the board.
I know there was like whatever
29
29 songs and we started off which one do we definitely not want to put in the EP.
Yeah.
There was some shit song like and
Right.
then eventually build it up and then we set like a playoff like you know
Top
like
ten.
a Premier League table like,
Super League.
and then sort of had a playoff between like 4 songs.
And then you always get to that one where I think that one's good, and he's like, oh, but I think this one's good. But I think that's the
Yeah.
And then he's all wee right.
And then we just
Okay.
ended up at another song that was wrote a couple of weeks later.
That's right.
Not okay.
The mental health song didn't come in until
It was the last song.
Right.
So there's 4 songs on the EP,
Mm-hmm.
and explain each of them because obviously there's a meaning behind each of them as well. So what's the one at the start? Concrete Pillow.
Getting deep, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get. I like that. Like I like to like delve into like the lyrical aspect of it as well. So
Yeah.
go ahead, explain.
Concrete Pillow is a story, but it started off. I remember I showed Maddie this verse I had written in America. Like I had it for like a year and a half, and the verse was, "As the rain it pours and her dreams they wash away, through the cracks in the floor of the soul of an empty place." That was just about a homeless woman.
Right.
Because in America we met this homeless girl. Well, it was actually a good story. We were sitting in Keynes and there was this woman sat down beside us, and then we went to another bar called the Ramblin' Inn. Didn't really, and then all of a sudden she's there again.
Right.
And what do you call their bar we went to, the wee small green
Avenue?
one? No, the other one. Lark's Nest, is it?
Or something like that.
Lark's Nest, something we went in there, and she was there again, and I was like, right. Them boys told us, the bartender told us that she's an undercover cop. And she follows you around, and that she thought like maybe we were up to no good or whatever. We're like, we haven't done it, like, or have we? Or like, you know,
Yeah.
what's going on here? And then after a while, they all told us that she was.
This is a joke, like.
No, I forgot that she was actually the local homeless woman that was a prostitute. She was following, because we were just new there.
Right.
She follows you around, obviously, just trying to.
Did you ever go to
Yeah.
Santa Ponza?
Nah, I haven't been like.
What did you
No.
say here?
You seem so shocked. Has
Never
that
thought
not
about
been?
No, I've never been in it.
Say you're walking over to the bar and there might be like a load of women. They're like, you come around the back for a
Seriously?
hi.
Quickie,
That's what
quick.
she sort of reminded me of. Like, well, it sort of was though. Like,
Aye, prostitute.
prostitute.
Fuck it into that.
She didn't. She must be a prostitute in the works because she wasn't really getting it out that she's a prostitute. She was more like a stalker.
Yeah.
And then we found out that she was a prostitute, so it kind
But
of made
that,
sense.
that's just, and then we found the verse, and we ended up just writing it, and it ended up just being about a homeless woman in general, like. But that's where the story came from, like. But Concrete Pillow was a
That's
cool
what
name,
Concrete Pillow
Yeah,
was
that's
about
awesome.
then.
like. Yeah, but sleeping on the streets, like, when the street lights coming out, it was pretty cool. Like.
But it started off slower because it is such a what do you like the lyrics are class, but
Yeah.
it's such a not an upbeat song. And then it came an
Started
upbeat
off
song.
with just
Yeah.
piano, like.
Yeah.
And then Johnny got the
Who
guitar.
plays the piano?
Well, like in the studio, probably Ross, the producer, would do the piano.
Oh, I
But like
thought
I had this wee piano in the house, like, and just like I play, like, he taught me 4 chords, like.
Like a wee
I
toy
only-
keyboard.
Like the wee lad, it's a wee mini thing, like.
For
He
sure,
taught
for
me how
sure.
to play 4 chords over lockdown. So I always wanted to play
You play piano then?
Yeah.
And then I can play C, A minor, F and G, is it?
Aye. But then I always said, Jordy, before you go in the studio, you need to know what you're going to do with this loop pedal. So then we went home and practiced. George started going, boom, 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 boom,
Random,
boom, boom, and then that's how you know how to build the song, nearly, you know, off that.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Then what's the next song? Caroline.
Caroline, it's a Javin song, isn't it?
It's not a Javen
Javen.
song. you Piece of shit. Sorry.
So yeah, we'll have to put that out there that you don't condone jiving to your songs.
I don't mind
Javen should be illegal.
I don't mind this. Now you're behind camera. I don't mind it. Jiving's alright.
No, Javin is, I would not
You
jive.
crack when you're sleeping, like.
But if someone is jiving, then let them jive, like. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I was saying these before.
No, well, there's
At
people
the
out
gig,
there.
the boys were
There's people
jiving.
out there that take the piss out of Javen. I see people jive to Maniac 2000. Like.
I know,
Shut
but
up, like. No way.
but it actually,
Ah,
it's
you
an
play
art,
gigs and you're still jiving. You're like, what are you jiving to here? Like?
it's an art form itself, like, you know, it's,
Aye.
you know,
It
it
is
takes a lot of skill.
You
Like.
get older people coming
It
to
takes
you
a lot
like,
of balls.
Oh, that's fair
Yeah.
enough. Like that's what they did back in the day. That's
yeah,
fair
at like
on,
family
but
events, they're like, "Oh, can you jive?"
If
And
you
you're
see,
like,
like-
"What?"
But
if you're 19 and jiving, like come on.
You walked into a
Fuck,
bar and
like.
they're just going, somebody's going to get there, stop the world and suck me off. You just walk straight out, like.
It's low for me.
The key to it's the collars on your shirt, like. Like the more
Yeah,
collars
yeah.
on your shirt, the better
And
jive you
then
are.
Yeah.
The,
Like, that's a known
the
fact.
more buttons you have open, the
The
better
more
jive
buttons
you
you've
are.
opened
the
as
more
well.
hair on your
Brown
chest.
shoes
Like.
and everything should be illegal.
Yeah.
Putting it out there.
Brown shoes.
But it's this thing to do with their.
The Taylor boots and all.
It's this thing to do with their hands and they're like shaking it, like.
I know, it's
It's
just
like-
like a freaking.
And then it's like you're coming
White
off.
water.
They come off the dance floor and like, fuck that bike was some jiver because he shook his hand more like that there.
It is pretty cool to watch. When we watched it in New York, there was like this lad that had like 3 women on the go at the one time, and I was like, fuck me, that man is juggling 3 women there. Like. He was sweating like he was dripping sweat, but like going like mad.
That's what you considered it.
It's nice. Signed up for. And I have 2 left feet, so.
So what happened then? You were playing a gig the other day, and you were playing, is it Caroline
Oh,
or someone started
hilarious.
jiving?
They asked us for Caroline, and then we started, oh, Caroline. And then the couple started doing
Seen
the
the hand come
jiving.
up like.
And then I seen Jordy just looked over to me and goes, what have we done? You know?
Oh no,
It was
that's what I'm
hilarious.
saying. Like one of our songs coming out now is like an American country kind of song
Right?
called Coffee. Which I wrote.
Yeah.
I wrote for a bit of Craic, and he told me to put it on TikTok, and it did got like 15,000 likes or something. It's not bad, like, but
it's
big
good,
video.
aye.
But it's a very catchy song. Like.
What if you get like a #1 country song? Like? You'll have to do all the country gigs. Like.
You can jive to whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
you
Nathan-
all day
Nathan
long.
Carter and all's going to be
Nathan Carter
messaging
and
you,
all.
know?
No.
You'd be
Nathan Carter.
Aye.
I was just partying the other night. Bracelet on it.
Were you actually?
No, I wasn't. But 11 grand fine.
Is that all?
I seen that.
No
I
way.
he threw your party or something. I seen that in the news. Like.
I think
Who
it was.
did?
Nathan
Nathan
Carter.
Carter.
Let's see that.
Oh,
He's not.
Breaking rules. Like.
He had 50 people there and they got fined 200 each, and then he got fined maybe $1 grand. Like.
Oh, sure, it's
50
good for
people.
it. Like.
Like.
He's loaded.
I've never seen someone, there was a,
50 people.
that
doesn't
time I
seem
was,
much.
whenever I was working in the Tar Centre in Ballymena, Country to Country was on. And it was either him or, what you call the other fella? The blonde haired one?
Derek
Ryan.
Derek Ryan. And they came into the Tar Centre in Ballymena, and there was all these women and all come up in these like white, like western boots and all to see them and all, and we're like swanning around and taking photographs. They
In the
felt-
Tire Centre?
And the Tar Centre in Ballymena.
Jesus.
They
Do you like country music?
No, man.
Not at all.
No, man.
Even American country.
I like American
Like
country.
Chris Stapleton and all.
American country, I'd listen to it. Like I'd
Yeah.
tolerate it.
Luke
but
Combs and all.
Aye, Luke Combs is good.
Yeah, this is kind of Luke Combs. I'm not saying Luke Combs is that good. Like, or that this is as good as Luke Combs. Like, but it's
Aye.
like that Luke Combs kind of vibe. Like, do you like
Yeah.
country? Not
No.
American country.
I like a bit of Dolly.
A bit of Dolly.
Who doesn't like a bit of Dolly?
I'm trying to think of
I
like
know
a
about
country
that,
song I like. Like.
What?
No, what is it?
Can I play it?
Play a bit of it.
Right, here's a wee teaser. What's it called? Coffee, written by 2 Degrees.
Yeah.
Written by Jordy and
Written by
performed by Jordy.
Listen to the words.
I'm
though.
not
Tell me
getting
these
involved
words.
with
Tell me these words are not good. Like,
Here, Bob, this is-
It's a proper country song.
Last thing I remember, I was talking to her at the bar. This blonde hair Brittany wannabe, she said, hit me baby, hit me hard. And slow down little girl, or you'll catch yourself a broken heart. 'Cause I'm not someone that falls that easily. She said, let's do shots, I said, no it's not. Pretended that I had to go, but she pulled me back to kill her down my neck. Next thing I know, I'm waking up still drunk. I've lost my clothes, I'm in a stranger's bed. I don't know her name, she's probably waking her up. First I need a coffee to settle my head and figure out what's going on, who she is and did we fall in love. Oh shit, she's got a kid and he started calling me dad. It's the quickest cup of coffee that I've ever had.
And then the big drums.
There you go.
That's good. Like,
I heard that on TikTok. Were you sitting in a chair or something? You swung around and sang it or something?
And you big
I seen
beard
that.
on you.
I grew a beard and hair and all that.
Billy Ray Cyrus vibes.
Oh, that's
It is real country vibe off it, like.
I'll send it through to you and then you can like play it over like something.
Yeah. We'll maybe put it at the end of this.
Yeah, listen, don't put the full thing.
I forgot as well. Hey, remember you writing to me about the wee song you just wanted for like.
The jingle. Oh
and
my.
then our voice don't turn hilarious. Like,
He was
we never did it though.
What was it?
It's supposed to be like, here's the crack.
Here's the crack, here's the crack, here's the crack. Ba-da! We got Shay, Tommy, and Ross. Here's the crack.
Yeah, he sent the voice notes into the group chat, and I was just like,
No, I was just watching. I was watching The Office, and then that bit that came on, it was like, you know, where Michael was trying to get them.
We'll write a jingle now. We'll write one now.
And I was just sitting there.
What's one
Here's the crack. Here's the
Forget.
crack.
I was like, out
Dude,
of
They
paper,
were
Country-
covered
stuck.
on their Mac.
Country
Friendly
vibes.
places around the block called Thunder Mifflin. The people person's favorite.
Oh
people.
yeah, I remember you
I
telling me
sent
that.
it through to you, and you were like, "Yeah, man, I feel it. There's something in there."
People's versus people.
I was going to bed that night. I was like, "I'm definitely going to be on that EP of theirs, boys." 100%.
You haven't seen that TikTok going around at the minute, and it's like, oh, what song have you got smashed to the most? Like? And it's like it's the Office theme tune. It's like when you have Netflix on. Like.
Oh, fair enough.
I only started watching the Office over lockdown.
Fuck, that's class. eh?
Finished it.
UK or US?
Yes.
I haven't watched UK one yet.
Yeah, right. Everybody said it's shit, and then half.
But everyone who watches the UK one first says it's the best one.
I think
I did that, but
it's the humour. Like back then, it would have been funny. Like, but I don't think it's as funny now. Like.
well, it's Ricky Gervais. Like he started off that drug
Yeah.
humor, didn't he?
You see, they made an American In-Betweeners.
No way.
It's
That
my
was.
Supposed to
God,
be
that was
the
cat.
biggest load of shit ever.
But,
like.
okay.
I
I
think
would
it
watch
only
it.
lasted a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
No, The Office is unbelievable. Like Dwight is like my favorite person ever.
It's so funny.
There's a scene lad, and it's like so simple. It's like, you know when Robert California comes in,
Aye.
and he's like, he has a list of names,
And he
they're all
splits it in two.
I know they're all planning. They're like, and Jim's like, "Oh, I'll take a photo of it." Dwight passed me my phone. He just grabbed the phone, and smashed it, smashed it off the wall. I swear to God, I laughed about a solid 20 minutes. Just the way he smashed.
I
his
love
phone.
I love the one where they were doing the sex education one, and he goes to say like Phyllis's name, and he goes, "Yes, pass me the pencil, Phyllis. I mean Phyllis." I love that. Like the parts where you don't even like see when you rewatch it again, you realize that there's parts that you missed the first time.
I know. But
That
I
you didn't notice.
I remember trying to get you're trying to get you sort of ended or whatever, or even like Sunny in Philadelphia. And then one episode that I'd always show someone to get them in the US office is when Michael goes, Phyllis, you have nothing to worry about. And then Ben says, the only thing you have to worry about is me getting a boner. Whenever he tells me, they call
So
him, why you
weird, like.
stop being so offensive, and then he says that there. Like, oh, hilarious.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Always Sunny as well. Did you watch it?
No.
No.
Never seen
Yeah,
it.
it's so good.
I've
You watch it,
seen,
I
I've
would
seen a
pop
few
it.
episodes because you were me and Ryan watched
Dennis,
it.
like,
Dennis
follow
was
the first never. Like.
What
I only started watching it over lockdown too. Like,
is it?
changed my life.
Oh, you only started watching it? Yeah, it's on right, I'll tell you that.
We were talking about something there before we segued. What were we talking about?
They were
Your
Your songs. But going back to your EP then, so you've got another 2 songs.
Yeah.
You've got Concrete Pillow and then
Caroline,
Caroline.
and On Road, and I'm Not Okay.
them last 2 seem pretty like
Emotional.
deep.
Yeah. They were. On Road was like, was it the first?
no, it was the one that probably kick-started the whole thing, though.
Wonder I still have the photo. We
It's-
when
it's
we were
the
talking about
group
doing EP, Matty goes to me.
There's
We
a
were talking about names and all. We hadn't even started writing the songs, and he sent in a picture and goes, "I look at this photo I took of this road in Kildare."
Right.
But it was real foggy and all.
He
Like,
goes, "We'll call the EP One Road," and I laughed and goes, "Not a chance."
I sort of like making a fake cover photo, you know, like.
And I goes, "I'll write a song about. I'm gonna write a song called One Road here for the piss, taking the piss."
Yeah.
And it took me in 11 minutes I wrote the full song.
Yeah.
The song that's on the EP now.
I know, it basically sounds the exact same.
Yeah.
That's bad.
So what is it like? Because obviously, I heard you were on that podcast there not that long ago. I forget which one it was. The Muscle Hustle or something.
Oh,
and you had said that One Road was your favourite because there was like a bit of a surprise or something at the end. So I like listened to it, and then obviously if like kind of whatever way it worked at the end of it, like it was as if I haven't watched much of the documentary, so I don't know a lot about it. But it's like someone like broke up or like divorced or something or what?
No, it was because he's singing.
Right. Okay.
That's what it was, sort of like. It was my favorite because I like listening to it because it's not me, you know. Like that's why.
Yeah.
If the next song's coming out, get Jordy singing as much as possible, like, because like I know people
used to be shy.
But I thought you only sang and then you played that, and I was like, fuck, that's good, like, and then
see Jordy has the equipment at home and he'll sit and write songs all day, like, you know. And as much as I don't have the equipment, I just come my bar writing songs, like, you know. You're just a natural songwriter, so if Jordy's like a song suits him, then I'm not gonna go like I'm singing.
But then I have another song I was playing the way up, like, which I think's probably gonna be our next song that does really well.
Oh, that's definitely.
It's gonna be your voice, like it doesn't suit me, like, you know, you can tell right away. Like,
that's the photo there. I don't know if you can see it.
yeah.
That's weird. That's the 26th of January.
Yeah.
How do you decide who sings the song, like?
You know right away. Who
Do you?
voice
Do you
it's
just
like,
know? Have you got like a higher pitch voice or
I
You
bet
can go way higher than me.
bigger range.
you have a bigger range?
You just
Like
have
this.
that connection. Like.
There's a
Just
song
know.
called
Hey,
See
yeah,
Everywhere,
there's
and
something,
it's a screaming match, like.
Yeah.
It'll be here.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, Ross.
Sorry, fuck's sake.
Chill the fuck
I don't want to record all this and then right at the very end be like, so we got nothing.
um,
But then how did the one, because I know he has released the acoustic version of that I'm Not Okay one, how did that one come about? Was it just something you felt like you needed to write about, or?
was it? I came down to yours one day, and you basically had most of it wrote, and then
It was a quick song as well, like.
yeah, and then
On
it
the
just
ship
came
day,
together, and then it was just like, well, this has to go on the EP, and then we had a debate in the studio about, are we putting this out just because we're under pressure to put a mental health song out, you know, because we wanted to, because it went us from so many different styles.
Yeah.
So then we're like, why are we doing this song? What, are we doing it for that reason, or are we doing it just because it has to be an EP? But then we eventually got to the point where it sounded the way we wanted it to sound. We're like, right, that's perfect, you know.
Yeah.
No, it's a good song, like, it's just, I started out just having a shit day and like writing a song. That's the song that came out, and then you come up with what do you call it, the bridge, and we had this bridge before anyway, and put it all together. And like, guys, it's a good song, like, so you kind of know when you write a song if it's you'll know after a day you listen to it if it's good or not.
Yeah.
Like we have mostly me. I wrote some bad songs, like bad. You know, what are you agreeing with me for?
He said, "Fuck you, shit."
Yeah.
But like, what is it? Ed Sheeran said before, he was like, "It's like a dirty tap."
Dirty tap, yeah.
He's
Shit
like,
comes
you
out and it starts
yeah.
flowing water.
Yeah.
That's why I started writing songs. That I've watched that interview 100 times.
Have you?
100%.
That's class.
But every song had its own thing. Like Concrete Pillow has its pop and it's doing the best, and then Caroline has its javers and
Oh, that's folk.
folk, and it's older generation like it. Then One Road has you on it, which shows her diversification. And then I'm Not Okay has that there. We didn't care how well it did because it's just out there for people who, or only specific people who might need this song.
Yeah.
Like, there was one person who obviously what to say wrote to me is like, thank you very much for that there, because it helped me basically, you know. But
Yeah.
for me, I was like, right, I don't care how many streams that song gets, just like,
That's
if
mad.
it helped one person, it helped
Yeah.
steadily, you know.
That's class, like.
And then he's obviously done the documentary. How did that go? Like?
Let's
How
get
did-
in, let's
did-
get
were you
into the
just
real stuff
followed
now.
about- Were you just followed by with
Foreheads.
cameras all the time?
There was a solid 3 weeks. I'd say we just I didn't like you. Like. No.
100%, I agree.
Why? What were you arguing about, or what?
It's just with different tastes. Like sometimes, and like there was certain elements. But the good thing is, like, some things Matty would say, like say Concrete Pillow, that he would think, like, you know, that at the start I didn't want that. That's in it. I wanted just piano.
Right.
But then now I'm like, that was a good idea. But then there's other things that I said this should go in or take out. Remember that time you had the stick in for I'm Not Okay? It was just stick going the whole way.
Stick.
And you were like, oh, I carried the song, and I goes, I'll take that out the fuck before I go mad. Like.
Is that why it's like good to have like a producer, like a man, just to be like?
And then
"It's
Ross
just
here,
better
like,
here,"
Ross is a genius. Like, Ross is honestly, like, if there's any
Not you.
Ross.
yeah, no, Ross Lavery, like, is what he does.
just say, no, not you.
No, he is right. No, you're a genius for podcasting, bar. But when it comes to
Keeping the shit running.
yeah, right enough, producer. Like.
Lad, you walked in here the last time, and that's why I was saying on the way up in the car, like, I was like, you know, they walked in here the last time and they were like, lads, yous have like some knobs turned like right the way up, like we wouldn't do that. And then I was thinking, we haven't changed that, like. And I thought they were going to come back in here and be like, "You're."
Well,
still
I was looking at the red.
you're
It's
still
grand.
like
It sounded good, like so.
yeah.
Whatever you're doing is right. Don't singing and talking is different, like so.
I'm worried about this splitter though.
Make a producer
day
out
will
of it, I
come.
think.
No, but I was saying like Ross Lavery, when he comes in, like when we go into him, like he's the same as us. Like he's full of ideas, like and songwriter as well, and
Yeah.
it just works so well. Yeah, we always did. Like
He's
Like-
he's
just a genius.
And
like.
how did you meet him, or you just
Molly.
made it to him already, or?
Manny knows him through work.
no through work PwC. I met him, remember, in work, and I didn't know what he'd be like, but then I got to talk to him. He's just really
Soundest man in the
just
world. Like.
quite a
Yeah.
nice lad, and then he told me he produced, and then he was only starting off after uni.
Right.
Like he wouldn't have no real experience, but since then he's come on serious mode. Like
That's what he was saying. Like he even said that himself. He's like, you know, songwriting, singing wise, instrument wise, producing wise, everything's just got better. Like,
Yeah.
well, we all started this together. Like, you know, he's done all our songs, and he will always do all our songs. Like,
Yeah.
that's it's just so good at what he does. Like, and that's why the CP was fun as well, because like we're friends with the lads that were helping us. Like Keelan, who made the documentary. We've known Keelan. Keelan's the nice lad in the
But
world.
the
Like,
first
just
day that
so-
he was in though, it was kind of like it's like a video been here right now. You're sort of conscious of what you're saying,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then after it only took like about the next time or 2 weeks after, we're like we knew he was coming, so we're
The
then
good-
on our.
Oh,
on
you
our
forget
track.
the cameras there,
exactly.
right?
But the good thing is he is a musician himself. Like, so I don't know if he wasn't a musician, it would have been weirder. Because he would like talk to us about the songs, and he would say his opinion, which was class too. Like he would say what he liked and didn't like as well.
That's good.
So he was involved in making the EP as well, like 100%.
Definitely, aye.
Yeah. That's
So
sick.
what was there any times that the camera was recording and caught something and you were like, oh shit, here,
Oh,
no, check
So
it out.
much we had to
Man.
sign a contract.
There's 14.
What?
The
He-
documentary's 14 minutes.
he
like,
wrote
did
to
about
me
48 hours.
And
Like,
goes, it's in your interest to sign a contract because I'm going to hold all this footage, and if I don't want it to get out, like you have to sign a contract so I don't send it to anybody, because like
so
obviously.
I remember one thing you said that was stuck in my head.
But then that gave us more freedom
I
to be like
don't
talking to
think you
camera,
could-
say,
Yeah.
you know, slag
could
it
ever
off
say
and all,
it.
like, you know.
I know. I'm going to write who it's about. I genuinely can't. You said something about somebody one day. It's like of all people you said it about, it's just this one person you did.
But did anybody's not say something earlier about somebody? No.
No, this is in the documentary.
Hey, don't bring us to
Oh, here, no.
Take us time.
He's just sitting there going like, no,
I
here.
don't know if you remember this. There's all people in the world.
Fuck's sake. We should have got you to sign a contract before you came in here. Like.
Well, I swear to God, you said it about him.
Oh no, it didn't.
Yes, you did that. I swear to God. No.
Is it a famous person?
No.
But obviously you would
Very
never
bad.
put that up, like.
Like something bad. Like.
career.
But I can't even remember what that was.
I do. And I can't wait to watch it back.
No, you know, hey.
He's ever fought out
If
again.
you
He's
piss
just gonna
him off,
post it, like,
he's gonna go
just
straight to the
end it
documentary guy,
all.
like, here, dig
Oh.
up that footage for me.
It is unreal. Like.
Remember the TikTok one
It was
though?
the funniest
I'm
one.
talking about my first time went out. No,
Oh, that's
I,
hilarious.
that was funny. Like, but it was something.
I can't believe you put that up. Hey.
I didn't put it up though. I cropped it. I didn't talk about the rest of it though.
You might as well say it now. You said
I
it.
didn't. I'm not gonna say it.
What was this about the cider or something?
Aye.
I like there's about an hour 30 seconds that where that's the actual funny part, but I didn't want to put it
You
up.
may as well
like,
just say that. You give most of the
I'm not putting it. No, it's just for the reason why I cropped it out.
What did you say on the crop version?
I was talking about it my first drink, and then my first time I went with a woman, and then I went on to say other stuff, but I just cropped it out. Like, you know,
No, right.
for-
You've shot yourself anyway. Like,
in everyone's interest.
I went on to say other stuff.
Well, he hasn't said anything yet. What's happened? So
He keeps looking at me out of the corner of his eye like, you'll crop this out, would you?
It's like,
Got you.
what about you? What happened the first time you had a drink?
first time I had a drink.
Anyone.
The first time I had a drink, fuck, I think we were like 13 or something. We were like
What?
in this guy in the backyard in this guy's house, and we got a tent, and we was like to his ma, oh, we're just gonna camp out in this tent tonight. So me, him, and some other guys stayed out in this tent, and waited till his ma was sleeping. Like. Then went into the house and started raiding all the fucking beers. You know, as you do, like go into the fucking wine cupboard and all, and take the vodka, fill up with water. It wasn't for a while.
He was wild when he was
I
young.
was fucking nuts. Like.
I didn't drink for I remember I started drinking 18, but when I was 17, I remember I didn't drink and just drank shots. So I did drink, but I was like, I don't drink just 2 shots. Like I never thought they were that
Just 2
bad.
shots,
So
man.
usually like 11 shots, and I'd be completely
Holy
aired out,
shit.
legless. We're like, what happened? You're like, fuck, someone spiked me last night. me drinking,
Someone spake.
me drinking 11 shots.
So there
Too
is.
soon, kids. Don't start at 13. Wait till 14 or something.
I'm confused about this 48 hours worth of footage in terms of like how did they manage to did like you have to see it first before you
Oh,
okayed
aye.
it?
Jesus Christ.
Well, he had an idea in his head. It was based around that interview, you know, sort of thing. So he could be like, tell us about Concrete Pillow, and then go back to the footage of Concrete Pillow. Because every time he came in, we just focused on one song, so it was easier for him, you know.
Yeah.
So he could just pick and choose. But
It was well done, like. It was good, like. And it didn't feel like that long, didn't it?
that's the thing. Like if we hadn't have done that, there we probably wouldn't have as much appreciation for it.
100%, you forget everything, like, and, you know.
Because even now, I've like whenever songs come out, I was like, oh, they're good, but you forget how good they are the first time you listen to them, you know. I'm not saying they're class or whatever, but I'm saying though, like,
Well, you did say that. Like.
I'm saying like they are deadly, but you sort of don't think they're deadly whenever they come out because you've heard them that many times.
I'll tell you what's deadly. 2 Degrees jumpers, you can buy them at 2degreesmusic.com.
Here we go.
What a segue, what a fucking
It's like
segue.
sponsored.
What about the merch, like? Like how
Still
that?
watching it very well.
Is it?
So well.
I think we've got
surprisingly.
like maybe like 100 orders, which is good, but like
Fuck.
100 orders. Mad.
That's sick.
that is pretty decent.
No,
though,
it is.
like, and then maybe like 30 are from New York and all. It's just like
Seriously?
Would you
Yeah.
not consider doing...
I think that's one thing we always love to do, but I think I want to wait till, you know,
We
the
need to
time's
get
right.
a
Like.
get a bit bigger, like.
But like,
Yeah.
there's no real profit in it. On like we're just doing it so like.
But
Like,
that-
oh, it's 2 degrees, you know.
That's what everyone says. There's no profit in merch. Like.
No.
But you see what we can do. We can set the price
Yeah.
in ours. So
We're cheap as,
but
like.
What do you sell it on?
Or your
Yeah.
website.
These have a
You have a
website.
website as well.
2degreesmusic.com.
Check it out. Get some merch.
Get some merch.
And there's like... He put up, like, he done the website, like, the merchandise, and there's, like,
Owen Power,
Bomber-
OP from
bomber jackets and
Armagh.
all. Like, pure shit, like, rotten, like.
Oh, well, you can
And
see
people
that.
bought them. Paul Devlin bought a bomber
Because
jacket.
we don't make them. They're like from a different company
says
that makes
class.
them.
They're out of China.
Oh, you're alright.
Ghost. Like.
We can make chairs. We can make fridges 2 degrees on them. Like if someone's willing to buy it, like you know.
That might
You
work.
should
Like.
make the most extravagant thing possible.
Yeah, like $6,000 or something. Like
Trying to think.
It's like all,
car.
Mate, you
And
can
I'm
make
not like,
it's like all stuff Supreme do with like the fucking
Make our own
money
beer, huh?
shooters and all that.
Probably could, eh?
That's game
If
changer. Like
someone's willing
just
to pay for it, like.
anything that sort of relates to you, like, because everyone's just selling merch these days. You know, like it's
Yeah.
jumpers and all that. Like, say if you came out with like a microphone or something, like
Exactly.
something like that.
microwave, I thought you were going to say there.
Microwave,
2
yeah.
degrees microwave.
I think it just goes to show though, when you are famous, you could literally just do like anything.
know.
Like you know the big celebrities.
Yeah.
Like everybody always thought like Kylie Jenner was pure mad for doing all the lip kit stuff, and now
Billionaire.
she's
She's
a billionaire.
Oh my god.
I know.
She's the only one who actually decided to do something. Like.
Aye.
Well, here don't. You ever seen that video? Kim Kardashian and Khloe. Kim Courtney. Or Khloe.
What video are you talking about?
Not that one.
Ranging.
The one with them pure fighting, scrapping. Like so, I think I forget.
It's like there's people.
It was
there.
on. I was watching Gogglebox the other night, and it came up, and one of them were meant to be at some place at a certain time, and Kim was like, "If that was me, I'd be like there, like really bright and early." And then the other girl came in, and the two of them end up having a scrap, and like properly, like you're always in the corner if you're kicking the head clean off her, like. It's like fair enough.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah,
I know-
that's how
I
your
don't really-
documentary should have been. Like.
I haven't really found
No.
out recently.
Is she
There's-
kicking the shit out of
there's
each
the
other?
older one, Courtney. She's deadly as well.
Oh, unreal. She's
Oh,
probably.
yeah,
The one
I'd say,
Chloe's the worst.
I'd say she's the best. Like.
I
Aye,
thought she was the
that
best
as
one
well.
right now.
Definitely. She's
Yeah.
really.
What you're saying about the followers and stuff, say like someone with 1 million followers who is like just has 1 million followers for being good looking or whatever, like you
Yeah.
know, if they came out with a song or something like that, they're never done music in their life, it would go to #1. Like,
Oh, no.
So all these fucking
what we were talking
TikTokers,
about,
and-
like TikTokers now.
boxing,
Addison
boxing
Rae,
TikTokers,
I
and
know.
just fucking do a
because of
fighting.
auto tuning and all that,
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
got it, like.
Addison Ray's brought out a song, and then the other girl.
Did she bring it? Madison Bear?
No, Addison
She's
Ray.
actually
She's a
though.
singer.
Oh,
Though.
is she?
Justin
Ah,
Bieber
I don't
signed
know.
her. and all that.
Addison Ray.
Just no, he signed her.
She's brought.
He's going or what?
Like she, his other one. His
Her,
wife fucking
her and
like
Haley.
deadly.
He's Haley
Addison
Bieber
Ray,
on
and then
Madison
Bella
Porch.
Porch. Bella
Porch.
Porch.
Yeah.
Addison Rae has
the-
a song coming out.
She
She
has
has a song
out.
out, Obsessed, it's called.
Mad, like, just madness.
No, it was Bella Porch.
Near make
Oh,
you
no,
retire,
yeah.
They're
boys.
both
Near
doing-
make you fucking retire.
Yeah.
And then you have Olivia Rodrigo, like.
She is.
Yeah,
like,
she
she's
is.
Her tunes are
smashing
good,
it up,
like.
like.
She's class.
That's what I was gonna say. Days like about it, like would you do a cover of that, like?
Of what?
You know, I started listening
Oh, I
to
love that song.
Driver's
Good.
license, like.
And then the
I've
good
got
for
a
you.
song.
Oh,
Yeah.
good for you. Fuck.
Machine Gun
Class.
Kelly. Did you ever listen to them?
GK.
He's going Megan Fox.
She is a fox.
Jeez,
Did you ever listen to them?
not
Ever listen to
really.
Machine Gun Kelly?
I've
The
heard.
last time I listened to him was that thing.
He's not really a rapper anymore.
Diss track and Eminem.
No, I
He's
listened
like
to that Eminem stuff. Like,
Yeah, that's last time I
That's
listened
not
to
true.
it.
Like, that's always good to be fair. Like,
Yeah.
but he's not really a rapper. He's a song called "My Best Friend's Ex." And my
Right.
ex's best friend. It's unbelievable.
What?
What are you?
Open your mouth.
Mess with just a water. Like.
Machine Gun. No, you're on the 0%.
Heineken Zero. Responsible.
There's water over there, like same thing. Like.
Can I taste one?
Yeah. This is unpaid sponsorship.
It smells like shit. First of all, like, it
Class
I
Heineken
hate
Zero,
the smell
please
of
sign
that.
us up.
smells like shit. Like,
That we can
Heineken-
become Heineken Zero
Heineken
ambassadors
just
here.
smells like weed. Like. That's what I think it smells.
How do you know what weed smells like?
Oh,
oh, that's actually nice. You know.
I don't.
Seen it in the news.
I seen it on TikTok.
I read up on
A
it.
man's a bottle of wine done.
Fuck me.
You do hurt freaking wine.
TikTok gets a bad rap, hey, but you learn a lot from it.
Where did this come from? Like? Where did this come from?
That's
Go elaborate.
What have you learned from
What the
TikTok? like?
fuck?
Because I be on my laptop working from home, and I was like, I really want to work outside because of good weather and all.
Yeah.
And then my sister came in, Brazine, and was like, I seen this video on
Is this the
TikTok.
shoebox?
The shoebox.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, it could work. And I went
I
out,
seen
and
that
it
the
did
other
work.
day. I seen that the other
What
day.
is it?
You put the laptop into the shoebox, and then you sit there, and the sun doesn't affect the screen.
But obviously because it's inside a shoebox.
Yeah, of course. Which I didn't. How was
you,
it?
you can take a microwave out, and if your laptop fit in the microwave,
Lad,
put it
but are you gonna put your laptop in a microwave? Like,
in. Any box, why don't you put a shoebox?
but lad, how did you think about this idea before you seen the
But lad,
shoebox?
it doesn't matter if you took that. Like, it could be
So,
anything.
lad, before you knew this
Covers
idea,
the sun,
before
like.
you knew this though,
No, it's just me, no.
but lad, before you knew this, I was going out with my laptop trying to work with the sun blaring in the laptop. I'm trying to put a blanket over it, trying to put my hands over it.
Yeah, I know.
Before I realised that the shoebox fits perfectly. There's
And it's
nothing
got
else.
the wee sort of
I get you a box.
overhang of it.
Aye. So then Daddy got the freaking duct tape out and all and made a.
Can I just
I would just
say,
go inside. Like,
I've
it's not
said
worth it
I've said
after
this
that.
It is
before.
just
I've said this
insane.
before the startup, but I think that's the highlight of your TikTok is your dad.
Aye,
Like
aye.
that one,
Craic.
the one where the one where it went viral, him singing.
Aye.
Then the one.
That tractor one you done, what was it, your
normally yours
video
doesn't come up
tracker?
on my For You page. It normally comes up on my following. But then there was one that came up on my For You page, and it was the one where you were like, if you were a cow, what would you be thinking or something? Like, he just give you the most.
I think the tractor one the best, not the
Yeah.
one that's on the first one.
He's like air
the
conditioning
last
and
one he
all,
goes,
and he had the big
Aye,
fucking
I
roll
can
of
take-
You
the
can take
tube.
that
of
one,
it.
I need this shade for sheep.
But
I
I
always fucking thought that.
Like, my opinion of my dad, like 2 years ago, was like, oh, he's always in the farm, he's working flat out. No,
Yeah.
now, like, he just loves TikTok and the camera and all. Like,
Does he?
Obsessed with
I swear to
camera.
God, 2 days ago, a cow broke out, and this car came outside the entrance house and goes, hey, one of your cows broke out, I seen up on the top of the road there. And then I started jogging, I was jogging up the road, and all I heard behind me was Daddy leaning over the car going, hey, did you hear the song? Did you see the video on TikTok and all? Like, that's all he cares
He
about.
loves it.
He goes to me the
Fuck
other
the
day. I was up at his house. He goes, sorry, I'm away from the mic. He goes, oh, I have a cow won't stand up here. She's just after giving birth. And I had football shorts on and brand new pair of trainers. Like, and he goes, come on down to see us right in the middle of the farm. And he just, all he sees is his hand in the pocket, took the phone out. Megan's because he wanted a video of me in the farm. And he goes, go grab that cab and bring it over. And I was like, how'd I bring it over? He's like, grab the tail. And I was like, right. So I grabbed it by the tail and the thing was fucking getting away. And I turned around and he's like, what do I do? And he's like, sitting there laughing
But
at
like
me.
yesterday, me and Claire got up to go to the gym at 6 o'clock, and I thought it was class. I'm getting up so early, and then I see him walking outside with a bucket around the house.
Yeah.
I think it was that somebody needs to video this man's life. Like, what the hell is he doing up at this time?
was
Where
like-
is he going?
Remember the
You
day
need
he goes
to
me-
you need to start him his own
The day he goes
TikTok.
to
Eh?
me, He goes, watch what he does here. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, he doesn't know what he's doing yet. And he had a
Aye.
chainsaw and he just started the chainsaw and just walked around the house.
He
Didn't
just
know-
has to keep busy.
Didn't know what he was doing, just had a chainsaw. My dad's the same. My dad, the minute like during lockdown, was keeping busy. He bought a chainsaw, didn't know what he was doing with. Like, just all of a sudden just started cutting random trees. And my mum was screaming like, "Don't! What are you doing?" Like, just
I
killed
think
himself.
people in their 50s are definitely losing, like, you know, that's the midlife crisis.
You need to get the fella who done the documentaries views to follow your dad around.
I know. He definitely is it. It's a movie, like.
You'd love to see that because you see all these like Northern Ireland programs coming out about like ones in the farm and all, but they're all so
Oh, aye.
boring. It's like, aye, fun TB test come back there, not so good and all.
Yeah.
Whereas I hate you see like your dad.
Right
just,
enough,
like,
that
whatever.
could be like a good wee show on TV.
I'd pitch it, man. I'd
Yeah.
pitch it. I'd pitch it.
TG4.
TG4. It still exists, come on, like.
Irish subtitles and all.
Oh fuck!
He wouldn't need subtitles.
But you used to have a bar and all in the house and all.
Yeah, like we put that barn over Christmas, and then we got the actual taps and stuff and all. But I don't know, my clothes are up like, cause it's locked up like during the week, and it's only open for special occasions, like, you know.
To the obviously the music and stuff, like what now the EP's out, cause like last time we were talking to you, it was all like EP, like that's all you're looking forward to. Whereas now it's done, is it like right chill, or
No.
is there stuff to do?
We're only getting started.
Aye, literally. So there's more songs coming out too. Well, hopefully maybe 1 or 2 in
Yeah.
July, and then have another 4 maybe by Christmas.
What about like, would you just do an album then?
Not ready for an album. Like I wouldn't want to do an album for another year yet.
No.
Is it?
Album's 13 songs, like,
Yeah.
and I want like your first album makes or breaks you, like.
Do you think like you hear a lot of ones saying now, like just with Spotify and the way it is, like with streaming, it's just like you're better just releasing singles.
Yeah, now that we've done that, I think just singles for a while, and then like, you know.
And then get the album.
I also think the more I hate singles, and then another month single, and then another month single, and then another month single, like just, you know.
Then maybe
People take
3
the piss out of
singles in a row,
singles, like.
and then
an
an
album.
EP.
Yeah.
But then you need to wait for that 1 or 2 to go massive, and then to consider
Yeah,
an
you can't.
album or
But
something.
you can't do
you know?
a single, and then not put, like we did it the first time, and not put one out for a year, like.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Aye.
the
But
stupidest
now
thing
live
ever.
music back and all, like it's the exciting thing is you do not know what's going to happen, like, you know. Whereas before lockdown we wouldn't even think about what's going to happen. We're just going with the flow. But now we can be like, frick, what if this happens? And
Have these many people getting on to you about gigs and stuff?
Oh, flat
Oh,
out.
he's up
man.
all night, like,
Today's been a message. Today's been flat out day as well.
Oh, is it?
that's why the EP and all that documentary was good, because it's not people who've seen it probably know what we're like, but it's kept us relevant, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
think even like the TikTok and stuff, like.
Definitely.
If you
Aye.
decide you wouldn't want to come out of lockdown and have nothing to show for it, you'd
Exactly.
feel terrible.
Yeah.
Like imagine you just didn't do a podcast for a year. And then started again, like, you know.
Oh no, we went through a stage where like, right, we need to start doing something. And
We
then
all went through that
started
stage,
to
the
see-
stage as well. Like, that's why we did the
Yeah.
EP. Like, we can't come out of this for nothing. Like.
Oh
Just
no,
because you're
that's it.
consistent, like that's something's gonna happen, like, you know.
QRV.
That's it.
Consistency.
I know.
His stuff's good. I love it.
Oh no, yeah, motivational. Like.
Not
Yeah.
wise though.
He's mental. He's
Isn't he?
mad. All the time. Just
What are these NFTs? Are you
Oh,
making?
fuck, I don't know.
What is that about?
I don't know. Hey,
I don't really
it
use
seems
TikTok,
we
so I
should
missed
know.
everything.
Do you know that fucking video, Charlie bit my finger?
Uh-huh.
It's become one of those.
What's an NFT?
It's like
I don't even know.
It's like a digital thing. It's like, you know the way you'd have like a picture like painted. It's like that, but
A
it's
GIF?
it's online, but like it's only limited. Like only a certain amount of people can have it. But then like Gary V's done like this fucking Gary V's like animals, and each animal has a different meaning. So like there's like an animal, you get like this experience with him and all that shit. And he's like, oh, this is gonna be like the Disney like in the future and all.
Yeah.
It's fucking
It's
crazy,
so
like.
I don't understand.
My
it.
understanding
It's
of
just
it is
another
like-
way to make money, like.
Aye.
Absolutely.
It's
Like
mental. I don't know fucking.
that. What is it? That Charlie bit my finger thing. But like they sell that to a certain amount of people, and only they delete it
They
off
own
YouTube.
it, they-
Yeah,
It's
they
limited,
delete it
like,
off
yeah.
YouTube, and
If
you
you're
basically
still
buy a
looking to
share
watch
in it
that
or something.
video and you're like, oh fuck me, boys, I don't even know. I'm just
They've
thinking
made
it's-
they've seen the
Family
other
has-
days. They've made $1 million from that video, like the family.
Aye.
It's mental. The one
I've been
video,
saying
like,
to take it off YouTube, and people are like, oh fuck, I need to watch it like an addiction, like.
yeah.
But like
Fuck that shit, so
how much would you make off TikTok if you were like posting like four videos a day, say, that were averaging over 10k views?
What did you make for
I
that 5
think-
million one?
I
Because
got,
you must have made a bit of money off
so I
TikTok.
think that I sort of worked out what I got paid in it, because I was on the Creators Fund. I had over 10,000 followers before that video came out.
Right.
So I was already making like maybe whatever pennies, like. But that video, I think he made maybe £100.
Did it?
Aye.
Fuck all though, like when
For
you think about it.
for 500,000 likes and 4 million views.
Right.
So if you see boys that are getting like, you know, these 4 million views, I just go maybe £100 per 400
Yeah.
or 4 million views. So
It's not
But
hard.
it's just
Is
Not
it?
a lot, like.
If I was YouTube though, like
I know,
you'd
but
make
if you were
a fortune
posting
then.
4 videos a day that were getting
500,000 likes.
500,000
Yeah.
likes,
400
and
quid a day.
because like that would probably be for the likes of Addison Ray and for the
She
likes
posting
of
like 5
But
videos
she'll
and
surely
getting
get a
million
deal,
likes
like
on
she'll
it.
surely be
Yeah.
paid just for putting videos up.
and that's why the real
Yeah.
big people don't need to post nearly, because there's like
But then it goes on to YouTube and Instagram and all. Like YouTube's where the money's at, I think. Like
Alright.
all them TikTokers have just went over to YouTube. Like.
YouTube is massive because of their ad revenue,
I
and then
know.
people are paying for the YouTube Pro and stuff.
And then you look at now all the stuff that's coming from it, like the likes of you were saying earlier on about the boxing.
Aye.
That's an absolute joke.
What do you think?
Yeah, like.
It's I'm a
We
bit
were
sick
saying
of
like
it
if you
now,
get paid a couple of million to jump in a ring with such and such, you would.
Fuck,
Like,
I'd
but
do
at
it,
the
like,
same
You'd
time,
100% do it.
yeah.
Like you'd
Oh,
get
you're not,
anyone would take a
you're
beating.
not
like.
wrong for doing it. Mayweather's the one in the wrong, just making a.
What did you
what is-
watch there? Robbie Williams before his time. He called out Liam Gallagher.
That was
said,
funny.
Imagine that, like Robbie Williams.
But
fighting
that
Liam
would have
Gallagher.
been lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine many people would watch that. Like.
That would have been lethal
That
though.
was
'Cause
lethal.
they were
Back
both
in that
mental
day.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Like would have been
Like just
doing
two
lines
absolute
before
wankers don't know how to
going
fight.
on.
Like, but it would have been class to watch.
or
Like.
even if Justin Bieber decided to fight like a Beetlejuice or something, like, you know, that would get like freaking blow the world up, like.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But then I think this fucking TikTokers or YouTubers a load of shit. Like these guys don't even know how to
Nah,
fight. Like.
some of them aren't even famous. Like.
It's just bad. You see, like in the UFC press conferences, the boys that are making like 20 grand, you know,
Yeah.
and they're professional fighters that are deadly. They're like,
Proper would eat your face off.
oh,
Like.
they're just like, this is actually so frustrating. Like
That
that's
is
why he's coming
frustrating,
in and making 100 million. Like.
That's a load of balls. Like, I hate that. Like.
But that's the same thing as some person putting out a song who doesn't
Yeah.
isn't a singer.
Yeah.
Like we begin for it. You just can't. That's just the way.
They're
the
famous,
world
like, you know, that's the way it is. Like.
It's like your girl fucking Olivia Rodriguez on TikTok. Like.
Aye.
What, she put out 3 songs and they all went fucking viral because of TikTok. Like.
I know.
That driver's license and then fucking that new one.
But her songs are actually good.
They are
like.
good songs, aren't
They are good. But
She's
Here,
very
lad,
cool, like, not
she's
pop,
good.
like.
Like,
No,
like
she's
that,
good.
driver, that
She's
driver's
very
license
good,
come out, and I was
yeah,
listening to it. I
music's
was like, you know
good.
what, this is good. But she's released a few bangers, like
I
that,
know,
that
100%.
one she's released is
Good
shit.
for
she
you.
hasn't released a bad song. Like.
No,
them
but
ones-
sure, it was
them-
like you mind
that one
Ed
at the
Sheeran
top.
released Divide, and like all his songs were like literally
Yeah,
that
1, 2,
one
3,
to like.
You know that
10.
can happen every
But
year.
that,
like,
that
doesn't it?
happened with her.
Yeah.
Like she released that album there, and like so many of the songs were in like the
But
top
they,
10.
in the
though.
UK, they did a thing because Ed Sheeran had 9 top 10 hits, and Coldplay and something just like this is the only one that didn't have all his songs in a row.
Yeah.
And like the charts had to change that, so that can never happen again. Basically,
Oh, I was like,
like
Spotify.
an album can never basically be all in the top 10. Like.
But like to be
Pretty
fair,
cool.
she's had some bangers. Like.
Oh,
she's
that
good.
top one she has. I'm reading all these tweets and people are like, I've been in a relationship for 6 years, but this makes me mad. And all this here, the person I'm with and all like that.
Straight
What's that
relatable
one?
songs.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Her music's good. Though.
But then Billie Eilish is releasing a new album.
She had a song the other day, didn't she?
Yeah.
God, she's so famous, like so famous.
thought you were gonna say Fed.
And her brother.
How
Producer song.
so say, speaking here, not saying it won't happen, but like if it did happen where like you release something and you did like blow up, like I would say you are considerably well known now, but like once you blow up, how would you handle that? Like
I was watching that film yesterday
I think I go fucking nuts.
where the boy had all the Beatles songs.
Straight to the pub. Like.
I don't even know if I would want that.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that Jordy would, but I don't.
It's a good film. Like.
I would rather just
You wouldn't want to be where you can't go out the house. Like that's.
Alright, well,
that would-
I was watching.
What the fuck?
I was listening to a podcast, you know, Chunks,
Aye.
and he was talking about being famous, and he's like, he says he didn't really think about it being like a big thing, like he didn't really think about people recognizing him and all. He just liked doing YouTube, but then he was saying, like, you can't go out. You see when the kids get out of school and all, he's like, we can't leave the house. Like 3 to 5 o'clock, we can't leave the house. He says like, there's one day like he says there's one day he went to a meeting. And like he walked past the school and like the head teacher came out and was like, "Oh, would you mind getting photos of the kids?" Like?
Yeah.
He was there for 2 hours taking photos. Like.
I know. The thing that scares me
Oh, right.
is
for anybody who's listening to this, she's just decided to pour a bottle of wine.
no, I'm driving.
That's a bottle
I
done.
need to do.
That's what I'm saying. We're on a Pinot Grigio now, are we? You got posher. You get posher and you get drunker.
But as Bo Burnham, I used to follow Bo Burnham years ago.
Oh,
right?
he's a documentary.
He's
don't he?
documented it, and then I started watching more of his stuff. I hadn't watched him in years because I found out that he took a 5-year break from performing when he was 25.
Right.
He talks a lot about his mental health problems and stuff and all, but
Yeah.
he says he couldn't cope with it. And then one of his songs, he goes into the end of a show, he does like a Kanye thing where he puts a big auto tune on, and he talks about like what his main problem is. He wants to please his crowd, but he also wants to be himself and stuff. And he's like caught in this thing where who's he doing this for? Other people or himself? I think that'd be the problem. Where if we're making songs and going to stuff for other people, not for ourselves. Whereas now it's so easy to do what we're doing because we're just doing what we want. Like
I don't think I'd ever get the stage right. Just do it to him.
I know.
Well,
Well,
you
you
look
have
at
to
the-
go places you don't want to go, and you're just like
You look at the likes of Lewis Capaldi and like he just is like we were talking to that guy that owns Outside In, and he was saying like he met him and all, and he was
Yeah.
exactly how he is off camera as he is on camera.
Yeah.
And But to be fair, like he had to take a break there from social media, and you're thinking like I would just say it's just like flatlining in terms of like once you kind of come across as this person, it almost is like if you aren't that person, you're gonna lose everybody. Like if you ever watch a wee fella on YouTube, Morgs, annoying wee shit, like it just like it would annoy you, like his old. But he was saying like it's always this sort of expectation now where he's this like really over the top like playful character and all that there, and that's what got his audience was all these kids watching him and all. Whereas now he's just like, I can't keep this up anymore.
That's what I was going to say though. Like if you're watching Lewis Capaldi, I remember the first time it's like he's so funny, and then after a while it's like, oh, he's putting it on, and then after a while he's like, he's just annoying now. That's the way people will go, like, you know, because they expect him to be, they're going to, he's doing that every day, like.
But that's not fair to him. That's just because you're over watching him or over here as well.
That's because he was getting famous. That's the way people's minds work.
But like, where would be like what would be the point where you would say like, right,
it's good,
we've made it?
I'd say I'd want to like taste all that there where you're doing all these, like, obviously a dream would be to play in big stadiums and stuff, but
Yeah.
I'd like to, I think I would 100% get to stage where like maybe a year or two and I'm like, I don't know, I can't do this anymore. I would want to go back to just like, you know,
take a break.
Like,
But do you get many people like coming up to you nights out and stuff? Like that obviously know you from like TikTok and all that.
not even like I think maybe if you were out like say taking a pint, somebody would say something, but like it's not as if they're like,
somebody always mentions it now though, like they're
that's
always
just good crack, like
that on, like guy.
But that's the thing, like I sort of think, you know, it's good crack. Like say you being out the all night and a few people come up to you and they were like saying, oh, you're that guy from TikTok or whatever, like, but could you imagine like every fucking second person like coming up to you?
Yeah, no.
Fucking
but it's like people are just sort of like, oh yeah, I recognize you. But like if it's got to the stage where you had loads of people coming up being like, oh, can I get a photo? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you never know what they'll be saying in that photo or something.
I think if we made it, it would be like, you know, making a proper living from it, so where you're comfortable and you're playing gigs that you want to play, like, you know, you don't have to, and putting out music you want to make, like, instead of having to be a record label bitch, like.
I think also as well, I wouldn't want to be like, oh, there's Matty from, it's good there's Matty to a degree. You wouldn't want to just be defined by your music and what you do on like on TV or YouTube and stuff, you know. You think to yourself, I do a lot of stuff outside of music, not just music, you know.
Or you have to be known for that, like, that's the way it is.
I know, but do you want to be known for that? That's the thing.
Well, what else would you rather be known for?
I'd rather just be known there's Matty. I've seen him, he was in the shop the odd time.
That's local people.
No, but there's Matty.
There's Matty from the local.
To walk by and go, there's Matty from the shop.
No, but there's Matty who buys sheep in the cattle market and all, or like there's.
But you will be known for that if you go to the cattle market, like.
Yeah, but there's Matty.
Like it's hard buying sheep in a cattle market, like.
There's Matty who drives a Peugeot or something, you know, like.
You would rather be known as Matty to buy sheep for the cattle market.
I just say there's Matty.
I know what you'll be known for in a year or two's time. There's your dad's week funny. Where's your son? Can we get a photo? Is your dad here? No, never mind then.
That would be good. I wouldn't mind that.
People coming around to the house and all.
Yeah, I think it was a time though. Whenever like say the EP or like before the EP, and everybody's coming over and they're saying, oh, what about the music and all? What about the EP? And then you talk about it for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then you have to almost bring other people in the conversation and say, well, what did you do last week? You know, instead of just talking about what you're doing all the time. You know what I mean?
I know. I just don't bring it up anymore.
Here, what's it like playing for Leeds?
They're
like a week,
Paddy, like
literally
Paddy,
like a week after we done that podcast, I was just like watching the football or something, and then I just thought, fucking hell, it just clicked, like you look.
Yeah,
just
we noticed that first.
Like.
We noticed that first, like, that he looks like Paddy Buffer, like.
A spit of him, hey?
You literally are, like.
No.
Can you put that up there? No.
We'll put it up.
We can add it in the video.
Somebody put it up, like,
But like, was that like when were you first? When was like the first time someone said, "Here, lad, like, you look just like him"?
it was Dean Tagg's dad, Ballycastle.
He's like,
Really?
You know, like Patrick Bamford. I was like, who the fuck's Patrick Bamford?
yeah.
And then
When you seen him, did you like think yourself, "Fuck, I do look like him"? Like?
not even. I really don't see it.
You do
Yeah,
that?
But you do, but you don't.
I can see it. In, like,
If you know,
I don't see
What
it.
if somebody saying TikTok's like, he doesn't look like Paddy Bamford, he is Paddy Bamford?
You don't look like you really are him.
You literally do look just like him. Like.
I don't see it.
Are you joking?
But I would say
Do you
he's
say
better
it,
looking.
I am better.
No, he's better
fuck
looking.
me, get a room, lads.
No, Paddy Bamford's better looking.
Alright. Sorry.
Only because he's fitter, like, you know.
physically.
Physically fit,
But you're vocally fitter, like.
yeah.
Like,
Sing off, like.
Place relieved, like, kid life.
Leave, like. Fuck that, like. So,
Let's go.
League 2, like.
100 grand a week.
That'll be you soon. Like.
So we're getting up to an hour. My battery's down, so maybe cut this ASAP. But I wanna.
Where are you going tonight?
Don't know.
Sorry.
Don't know.
We're going to your gig, like.
You're going to what gig? Oh, you can come to Rury's 21st, Try to have a birthday again.
If you give us left iron and leave us back up after, like.
Yeah.
Oh, I not believe.
I have room, don't I?
Maddie's first senior gig.
Right, no, let's go for a drive. I think he's into town.
No bad.
Documentary.
You don't even know where we're
Get in the town, how there'll be crowds all around your corner, like.
Don't know.
In
But
Cookstown.
I don't want to go.
Fucking
To
hell's been
Cathedral,
on
I don't
there.
want to go to Cathedral Quarter and it be bummed. Like.
Yeah.
Where would you go on in Belfast, like?
You know where I just, it's so simple, like, it was actually,
Hatfield.
no.
Don't say that.
You know,
Don't say
Town
Hatfield.
Square, it's actually decent for down.
Everyone's there all the
I was
time.
checking there the other day and it was good, like, outside, like.
Revolution to Cuba.
Right enough, I ordered 2
I've never been
vodka.
there. It's a
I ordered,
good-
I ordered 2 vodka and pure orange and it came out. 2
Revolution,
vodka and tonic and
Right,
lime.
look. I'm gonna be real controversial here. I know he's playing the Hatfield a lot, like, but what do you actually think of the Hatfield? Like?
I like
I
that
love
too.
Hatfield, eh?
Yeah.
I do.
I hate the Hatfield. Like.
Why?
It's a kip, like.
It's a
Like, you walk in, you're stuck to the floor. Like, this floor is fucking disgusting.
Lad,
I think
what
And it's-
bar, like, what do you want to walk into? The fucking merchant?
But like, it's the thing I hate about it, right?
he's gonna have a
Like, listen, hear me out here. Right?
Oh, he's drinking wine right now, fair
The
enough.
thing I hate about it is you walk
Right.
into the Hatfield and it's like walking into a bar at home because everyone you know is in it. Like.
No, but lad, it's walking into a complete shit show, that's why it's good.
Yeah.
You want to walk into a bar that no one knows and make an absolute dick.
But you're wearing,
no one knows you.
you need to
and makes
realise
it-
you're wearing either jeans and a shit t-shirt or you're wearing a football
Oh,
shirt.
well,
It's
I
nice,
do like that aspect of it.
You know,
Like, you
you're
just
not
wear
wearing
whatever
full
the fuck you
suit,
want, don't like. You can wear tracksuit bottoms in Hatfield. Like.
Nah, exactly.
I think everybody's
like
different
that about
opinion of Hatfield because of different times that are there, you know.
Yeah.
There's a time before we, like, we're in first year that Hatfield, there's only one room in Hatfield, remember?
I never went it, I only went it once before we played in it.
What?
I was only ever in it once,
Hey, but I used to go to them when there was
Sure, I've never
nothing
in it.
else but the bottom bar.
I was only ever in it once and I remember we get kicked out of it because we were too young. Like after like,
I will say one thing. I'd say it's a
Oversight.
class place for a gig.
oh, it's
it is,
deadly, aye.
upstairs in the
So good.
liquor library.
Where is the best place? Like? We probably asked you. It's not awesome.
It doesn't matter. Like,
It's right, really,
Do you think he'll just move to America? Like?
see what
No
happens.
bother.
It's just everyone's just so such good vibes. Like it's
Yeah.
everybody's so into it. Like.
What
Do
about
you not think like the smaller gigs are better? Like there's more, the people are more into it than
Like
like
small
I'm
amount of
more
people.
I'm more
like
comfortable
smaller
in
like a
big
pub
big
gig compared to like as you're
Yeah.
saying
Yeah,
theatre.
small
Smaller
big gigs.
venue, but packed people would be
Yeah.
good. But
Yeah.
see, when there's only like 10 people, it's a
Yeah.
bigger venue. It's scary.
I'm way more comfortable with a shitload of people than 20 people.
No, 100%.
Why you hate that there?
When you're playing in front of people you know, were you a bit more nervous, or is it
No,
only you don't
I
feel
remember the
nervous
start
for
I
it?
was, but
Tonight we'll be singing in front of everybody we know, and I'll
We
just
could
be like,
crack.
"Brrr," like singing Christy Moore, only on serious drugs. Like not me, like, but the song. Not me.
you're in fucking
Not me.
Say it on.
Heineken Zero.
No
like.
gear here.
I have a match tomorrow, so I'll not be drinking it.
Man's playing his first senior game.
Are you?
Who do you play for?
Seriously.
Touchy subject.
here? You know what I figured out? Sorry to cut you off.
Ross doesn't know football, so go on ahead.
You know what I figured out? You know the video where you were kicking the ball over the house?
This is my jersey.
I didn't realise that was you until about a month.
You just go. That was like whenever TikTok like first took off in Ireland.
Was that you?
That's right.
That was him.
And you're on through the house.
So I went in the front door and then I realised that someone
and then
locked
you go
the front
catch it
door.
the outside.
Aye.
Yeah. 'Cause that's the
That
time
was
I got
him.
my first.
You
I never
copied somebody
realised
else,
he
though.
was right in front of me the whole time.
He's
and then he
a
left, and
con
about
man.
3 weeks later I
He made
went,
his TikToks copying our
No,
people.
that wasn't.
there too. You copied somebody too.
I did actually do that.
The football one you
But
copied
the
somebody.
football one, somebody did that where they ran into the house and like just lifted stuff and all, but they didn't do the lock the door thing.
Ah, that was a funny
Aye.
part.
Oh, that's what made it.
That
Like
was
that's
exactly-
I got an that got an
That
actual.
there-
hustle.
Original-
Original. It's only about you go. "Oh, you fucking had to run out the back.
Aye.
Had to wipe the feet and ran through it again.
No,
I fucking locked the
I
door.
never call his land now.
Right.
the thing I know.
Call his land
Where do you
now
play?
tonight.
Will you start like?
Bench.
No, a bad hamstring. Hey.
Oh,
Aye.
I do, but what can way
I could have.
I've heard that before. Like
Water boy.
keep everyone hydrated.
Full
Like.
forwards.
Yeah, if it wasn't for my hamstring, I'd be playing.
Where do you play that?
Wing
Me?
half forward.
Wing off forward.
He's hamstrings, please.
I missed a goal in our match the other day. I got beat.
You've been in county in no time now.
I know.
My Leeds.
Last man that transferred from Armagh Club played county.
Is it easy?
Wait, what is your county Armagh, Tyrone?
Tyrone.
What is Tyrone?
Is it easier to play a gig whenever you have drink in you, or harder?
That's a good question. Though. It's easier or harder?
Easier, but you definitely shit at it.
Oh, yeah.
Aye, but you realise the next
But-
day how bad it was.
Like you're an hour in, you're going, let's fucking light it up, and then you sink the drink yourself, and then you just become the
There's a
crowd.
video of us playing in plastic last year, and we had like these wee flame things that came out, and Gold Digger comes on, and you hit the loop pedal, and I had the guitar, threw over my head, and started sinking a drink, and see whatever was in that drink. See an hour later, don't remember anything. I remember falling and waking up, and he was like, lad, you were blind last night. And I was like, well, I was actually, and I was like, fuck, my hands were sore. Broke my 2 fingers.
What?
And then I had to play the Hatfield the next night. Could coat them all in Red Bull and just.
That's a good thing though about our act is that we're allowed to get drunk. You know, whereas our like look at
Also
this
dodgy.
disgrace sitting up there airlocked.
These two screws.
Or like the time we played, like, I know we played Grace and the Thirsty Goat, and I remember the boy was like, you shouted something in the mic.
Fuck, that's risky, eh?
What? In Derry?
And Thirsty Goat.
Grace isn't
Yeah.
it's not a rebel
In
song.
Belfast?
It's a love
We
song.
sang, "Oh, Grace, just so."
Aye.
But it's a bit.
Not at all. I don't think it is at all.
It's a love
I
song.
thought that would have been risky.
No, that's only you're allowed to play that song. You're not allowed to play anything else. Like
Yeah.
We
But-
asked them though.
we played it, and there was one boy. Our boy was loving it at the start. We played a slow version, then it goes into an upbeat one. When we started the beat, he was like, "No, I'll come overnight." And we came over, and I was like, "Fuck off!" Like that was Delhi version. Like
So getting into it.
Yeah, so
can't please everybody. Like
So what's next then? So like,
just more and more music, and
Live
hopefully
music,
live
back
music
out
starts
and
out.
fucking go back out to Belfast.
We get going and go
He's fuck the gig. Come on out last night, didn't
I know.
go to America.
She has a few bottles of wine in him now. He's fucking up for it.
Whatever, boys. I'm clean steam. Like.
You're not making it out.
You are too, mate.
That's a second bottle of
We
wine,
should
mate.
go there up some night.
We should, look.
I thought you were playing a gig in Belfast tonight.
I don't know.
The shit was all like, oh,
He
yeah.
messaged the
I was like VIP, like. I was like,
Why don't we get the bus home?
You're not drinking. You
come on, lad.
You're the small
Bad
for the
Wine
shit.
in the fridge there.
You're gonna miss out if you don't come out last night, like.
No.
We'll go out for an hour and you'll pass out
Right.
I'm telling you, man. Look at
You're absolutely right.
because I will do.
No, I can take some drink, eh?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're in good shape right now.
he
aren't
says.
you? Your head's
I'll do an hour too, like.
I feel like this has happened so quickly.
I'm gonna cry, mate. Is water?
I remember you started off. Is there any lemonade? I'm gonna make a wee spritzer. And then all of a
But
sudden,
that's the problem, like.
full bottle, no lemonade, and it's just stuck in there.
I just
No,
feel like
it's
30
all-
seconds ago you were telling me like, "Yeah, that camera's a bit dodgy. You need to change it." And then I looked around and here we
Aye.
are. Like,
That's what it's like.
You
You
know,
know, even
professional and all that. Yeah.
Now the man can't see that.
after your gig, whenever we brought the shitty speaker to that gig a couple of weeks ago, and it burst and nobody could hear nothing, and I was just like, I don't give a fuck. I was just singing.
Cool
away.
acapella, like.
I was like, this
You were
sounds,
freaking out.
Acapella.
this sounds
Acapella.
terrible. Like.
Acapella.
What is acapella? In your terms?
It's whenever you sing alone with no fucking like music backing, just on your own, like it's just you.
is
It's
that
just you and the music.
Aye, it's like
like.
Glee.
Or you and the crowd, like.
There's no music,
Yeah.
is there?
I think so.
like Glee? You know the way they don't need any instruments. It's just
yeah,
all
exactly.
like, yeah.
It's Glee.
Yeah.
You love a bit of Glee, look.
Don't act like you haven't watched Glee.
I know.
I don't really think
You
I
watched
have,
Glee,
lad.
the Kardashians.
Diana Agnew.
I've never
No, to
watched
be fair,
Glee.
The Kardashians.
I think I've
I
watched
actually
it, seen
did
it before,
when I
like.
was younger. My sister watched the Kardashians, so I always like tagged along in that sense. But
it's all her
was
fault,
it was Gogglebox the other night was showing the Kardashians.
Oh, right.
I believe that.
Oh yeah.
What season the
Rewatch
Kardashians
as
is
well?
on now?
Season 28. Kim's pregnant with her 5th child, 4th man.
Kanye. Does she?
He's taking the piss.
Right, well, we'll end it there because that camera has literally just died.
I
I'm
really
really
need to
tired.
go to the toilet.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna piss myself. Fucking hell. Thank God someone else said first.
Right, thank you very much for coming back on again. If you
Cheers,
haven't
lads.
already, listen to One Road, 2 Degrees' new EP, Blow Them Up, and
He's
yeah,
Yeah.
He's of big things coming as well.
Big things coming.
Yeah.
you know,
Big things in the
keep
pipeline.
up things.
we're
2
in
weeks
the
we'll announce it. Like.
we're in the know, but we'll not say anything.
Ah,
We'll keep it on the hush hush. Right, thank you very much, lads.
Good luck.
Right.
Right.